Hey everybody, welcome back to Imagination Station. I'm Levi, and today I just ordered a new locomotive. It's in this box right here from Amazon, and if it is what I think it is, this may as well be my first locomotive from overseas. So let's open it and see what's inside. Alrighty, so I put the camera on my little tripod, not really a tripod, that I made from Connects. And I'm gonna open this box right now, and yeah, can't wait to see what's inside it. I'm gonna use my multi-tool right here. Not the best, and I plan to get something better, but hey, it works for now. Alright, now this is an interesting box. Gotta find out where to open this thing. Oh well, you know, I just found out where to open it, so yeah. Alrighty, now kids, do not open knives. Open knives? What am I saying? Sorry. Do not open boxes with knives. Talk to your parents about opening a box for you instead of do it yourself, because you could lose a finger. Now, I'm just saying that to make sure you guys are safe and okay, just in case there are kids watching. Anyway, so I'm gonna put my knife away and count if I have my finger, well, all my fingers, and yep, got all 10. Alrighty, let's open it and see what's inside. Alrighty, got something from Amazon. Okay, thank you for shopping at amazon.co.uk. Yep, this has to be it. Seems I'm gonna have to bring out my multi-tool again. Alrighty, so that's one. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'll be disappointed with this. And it's from Hornby. Oh. Actually, there's a better idea. That way I don't lose a thumb. I could have just done that. And yes, this was what I thought it was. Alrighty. And here it is. This is my new Hornby SECR 060. Now, I almost called it an E2, which I guess we can call it an E2, but let's talk about it first. Although, let me get the camera set up again to the position I think would be appropriate for this. But first, let me get it out of its packaging first. How would you look at that? I didn't even need to use my multi-tool. And just pull it out like this. And even though I didn't play with it much, I'm already starting to love this. Because even though it's nothing prototypical, it's kind of cute. It's simple, yet cheap, but it's kind of cute for my opinion. So, there you go. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna put it down and reposition it. So give me a second. We'll be right back, fellow viewers. Alrighty, so here's the locomotive out of its box, obviously, and from my point of view at least, it looks nice. Now, I will be honest, it does feel like a toy. But for what I saw in another review, which would be Sam's review on this thing, while this wasn't really positive in his reviews, I gotta be honest, for $65, which I'll tell you where that translates to in pounds later. If I don't, I'll mention it in the comments. But, yeah. For, what was it? Yeah, $65. I think this is okay. It feels like a toy, but, well, I'm happy with this. It almost feels like I have a Hornby Thomas, which, for the backstory of this thing, that's actually where this particular locomotive came from. Anyway, so this locomotive originally. Now, what Sam theorizes is that this engine was at first, or at least the molding for this engine, was part of the old E2 molding used to make the old Hornby E2 tank engines from years ago. But then later on, to make the Hornby Thomas, they manipulated the molding to make it look like Thomas. So that explains why if you were to look at a Hornby E2 compared to this thing, this engine looks strikingly different from the Hornby E2. And it is very similar cosmetically to the Hornby Thomas. Now, I will point out some goofs with this thing. That the smoke box door is a bit crooked, but to me, that's not really much of a big deal. I think it's fine for the most part. I mean, if you can take the smoke box door off and refit it somehow, I can straighten it out. So, yeah. But this thing does have a lot of Thomas features, such as the splashers and the Thomas coal bunker. Plus side, I don't know if you can see it on my camera on the phone, they have the grill effect at the back. Oh, you can see it, I think. Anyway, so, yeah, they got the grill effect on the rear windows. They even got the Thomas whistles. Now, this is not Thomas, I will say, just so Hornby doesn't, get in trouble or anything, because I don't want Hornby to get in trouble, because this is my first Hornby locomotive, and I want it to be good. Plus side, though, whistles are metal, I think. They look like metal, so that's pretty cool. Now, another nagging issue is these couplers. They don't pivot as well as the modern ones, but I might be able to do something about it since I have a 3D printer. Anyway, so, yeah. Inside, I don't know if you can see it. I will open it up soon. How they show you how to show you the motor inside. But yeah, it's nice. Now the dome I like. I don't have many HO engines, and the dome is pretty cool. I don't have any sort of engine in my collection, whether it be American or Thomas, that has this. And this is my first non-Thomas engine that we can consider British. Little fun fact for you. Now the side rods are metal, which is kind of cool. And they also have the little brake shoes, so that's nice. And they also got the Thomas styled windows. But you gotta keep in mind, they reused the Thomas tooling to make a good model, which I will admit, it's not the cheapest, but I think it's good. So, if you want to pick one of these up, I do recommend Amazon for this. But yeah, no sprung buffers, which I don't have any locos in my collection with sprung buffers. But it's not a deal breaker for me, nah. And I know it's not an E2 livery, but this isn't an E2, you gotta keep in mind. So, yeah, this is a SE and CR livery. It's simple and all, yet it's nice. I kind of like it. Maybe just because, I know it's not an E2, but we can still consider an E2, for my opinion. And you also got the number 362. I don't know if the camera can get enough focus on that. Well, if it can't, at least I told you. Oh, wait, 362. I am so sorry. I'm at 326. Anyway, so you got some lamp irons. They're molded, but no big deal. But some more separately fitted parts are the vacuum pipes, I think there are. I don't know. But for the most part, this does wrap it up for the engine. Now, this is, relatively speaking, a toy, but I think it's kind of nice. And here you got the accessories bag, where you got some crew and extra parts. Now this, for my opinion, it's value for money. Replacement parts and crew. Seeing some value right there. And here is the manual. Locomotives with Type M motor. 060 steam, diesel, and electric locomotives. Analog/DCC fitted. Operating and maintenance instructions. I know it's kind of weird showing you, but if we open it up, I don't know if you can see. Let me angle my phone and yeah, it shows you how to take apart this thing, which for what I saw in Sam's review, doesn't seem too bad. Kind of want to try it myself. Let me get the engine and the accessories in shot. There you go. So, yeah. Can't wait to see what this thing's like. Now, I did see in Sam's video, this thing does have proper bearings, so that's nice. Anyway, so, but hold up till the end of the video, because that is shout-out time. Alrighty, so let's cut to the chase and see this thing's mechanism. Alrighty, everyone. So right now, if you need to know how to take these things apart and service and maintain them, it's actually relatively easy. Now the instructions say to remove the rear couplers, to remove the body, but for my opinion, it's actually much better and easier if you remove both couplers off. And if you do that, all you gotta do is just carefully put your flathead screwdriver in, and then you have total access to the insides. Now, base keeper plate's real easy. You just gotta remove the other 3 screws, and there you go. Now, there are proper bearings in here, so that's a good sign. Sorry for not seeing a lot of this on screen, but I'll do my best right now. Now, getting the wheels back in to touch the contacts is a bit tricky, especially for the fact I don't have a cradle to hold my HO engines, which is probably something I ought to look forward in investing. But as long as you're patient or you don't have any rage outs nor anger issues, I don't see how much of a nightmare it will be. Because I was patient and calm right now and it was relatively easy. So let me just put this thing back on and enjoy a montage of me putting this thing back together. Oh yeah, see this little notch right here? Just slide the little hole here, and there you go. Hold on, did I do it right? Oh yeah, I did. Bearing's just a bit challenging. Alrighty. Wow. Just try and be careful. A little greasy here. Now time to put the screws back on. Whoops. Keep in mind, grease and oil can make things a bit harder. Now all you gotta do is gently screw, and I used the wrong screwdriver. Here's the correct one. Alrighty, that's the chassis put back together. Now if you want to put this back together, oh dear, hold on. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, with the wheels and removing the base keeper plate, always be careful because it's kind of a hassle putting the pickups back behind the wheels, as these can affect the performance. If you don't do it correctly. As long as you do it correctly, I see no harm in it. But yeah, it is a hassle putting these back together. So that's why you gotta be smart about this, and why I need an engine cradle instead of just my hands. See? But just gotta be patient. I got this. Got one. Now it's time for two. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention, it is nice that they have pickups on all wheels. And there we go. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you have one of these front ends with these two hook-like things, that's the front end. And putting this on is pretty easy. Just be careful with it, and yeah, should be good. Come on. Yeah, it's a bit difficult, but as long as you're careful, you should be fine. You can bring in your screwdriver to help you. In fact, oh, there we go. Done. Now all we gotta do is just put the couplers back on. Alright, that's the engine all put back together. Now I have to warn you, taking apart and putting these things together again is a real pain in the butt if you don't have a engine cradle for these things, which sadly I don't, and I need one. But I got it back together, so let's get this thing up and running and down on the track. But before that, I just want to tell you kids not to mess with these things or take them apart and whatnot. Let a parent do that for you, alright? Which, by the way, before that, I just like the looks of this engine in all honesty. Because as long as you buy it on Amazon, you're actually getting a pretty good engine for the price. Which, yeah, $65, not bad. Not bad at all. So, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, I just think it's nice Hornby has the railroad range on their hands. Which, in case you guys didn't see the grill effect, there it is. Just behind the bunker, hiding there. Well, there you go. And, yeah, I really like the Hornby range, and maybe it's not a bad idea to collect more of the Hornby range. I love this logo, and, can't wait to run it. So let's put it down on the track, and, yeah, I'll go get a sheet of plywood and some track and get it set up, and let's have some fun with this thing. Alright, so I finally set up the layout right now. Now, it's just a simple loop, not my best work, but hey, I told you before in my Henrietta video that I will build a layout, but it's going to take some time, so this is what I got for now, and let's see this thing run. Now, I already ran it before, and I know this needs running in and all, but I don't see how bad it would be just hauling 4 cars and a brake van. Now, I got my little Bachmann troublesome cattle van over there and towed, which don't make it look as realistic. I try to make it look realistic, but his darn face on the freaking truck over there really ruins the illusion of realism. Darn you, you troublesome truck! Okay, enough of that. Let's see this thing in action. Let me get in a comfy position, and let's go. I gotta say, this is not a bad slow speed. But keep in mind, this is not a professional layout. Nor is it professionally made. Heck, even simply. Forgive me. Sorry. Still feeling a bit off. Yeah. But I'm feeling a lot better. Personally, I like seeing this thing run. It's kind of fun. There's just something, I guess we can say, magical about this that makes it fun. Just look at this cute little 060. I don't care if it's realistic or not. Almost forgot to mention it has the Thomas smokestack too. And on radius 3 curves, this thing pulls trucks like a pro. Now it does slow down here, but hey, that's just because it's an incline here. A not very loco-friendly one. But this engine, I don't think is half bad. $65 US. Not the best price, but it's something. Which, by the way, this is a Hornby Railroad locomotive, which is a range by Hornby made to appeal to beginners or kids who want to get into the hobby. Or a kid or beginner that you want to introduce to the hobby. But yeah, I think this would make for some pretty good customs. Or even spare parts if this thing were to break down. Well, not this thing, but you know what I mean. It has bearings, it has a decent mechanism. It's pretty good looking too. I gotta be honest, I'm actually quite happy with my purchase. So, yeah, well done, Hornby. I think I might be the first American to say something like this about this particular locomotive. Though I might be wrong, and, I don't care. But, yeah. At least my engine is running better. Anyway, so how about we hook up something else to this thing? What do you say? Yeah? Alright, let's do it. Alright, so I asked Emily, the Sterling single, if I can borrow her coaches, and she said yes, as long as I don't damage them. And like I damage them, these coaches are beautiful. But yeah, they're the Bachmann Emily coaches. I got the composite in the front and the brake at the back. But without further ado, let's see how this thing looks with Emily's coaches. A little bit of a jumpy start, but hey, bear with me. This thing hasn't been run in. But I gotta say, this looks nice. Maybe I should buy another rake of these coaches. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Sorry for the quality of the camera, though. But yeah, I'm using my phone again. So, yeah. Does look kind of cute, though. Well, a good product from Hornby, and I am happy. Well done, Hornby. For the most part, I'd say you guys know how to please a customer, whether they be in Britain or America. By the way, Hornby, if you happen to watch this video, I do recommend you selling more British rolling stock, locomotives, etc. to the States, because there's some modelers like me, for example, who like British railways and modeling after Britain. Excuse me. So, yeah. If you guys think that's a good business move, I'm all in. You can count me in. I love Britain and their railways. I haven't been there, but It's on my bucket list to go there. Who knows? Maybe I might meet some nice people there. Make some friends with them. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So, I love this locomotive, but let's get serious. And remember, this is mostly for kids or beginners. And I'm a beginner, so for a beginner's point of view, well, I'd say the quality is good. Good old 4 out of 5 ought to fit it. Performance? Let's see. Already, it's doing a good slow speed. Oh, there we go. Keep in mind, this isn't really run in, and I don't think I'll run it in sometime, but slow speed, that has to be good. There we go. Now, don't worry, I just have some bad spots in my track, so that's why it's, yeah. But no way is this bad, in my opinion. Even though it did star in Sam's thumbnail for worst locomotives of 2022. But I think he just needed another green locomotive since his thumbnail was green for that video. Which I don't think he thinks this is a bad loco. Because I did see some other reviews and the other guys were happy with it. It's not realistic or anything, but... Oh, it hit a cut. Come on. There we go. Learn that from Sam. Oh, whoops. I made its front wheel come off. Don't worry. That should fix it. But yeah, I'm going to keep running it. And personally, even though I was the one coupling this, coupling isn't half bad. And it does look nice. So yeah, if you're someone new to the hobby and you want something that looks nice, runs good, and affordable at a decent price, I think this is a good locomotive. So, as I've said before, well done Hornby, and I think this wraps it up for this video. See you guys in the next video, and take care. Now it's shoutout time. Alrighty, it's shoutout time. So, first shoutout goes to Plowbender Studios today. Because, sorry, I'm losing my mind here. Probably should have wrote this down on a piece of paper. Oh well, maybe next time. But he gets a shout out today because he did a unboxing review of some HO scale trains and some die-cast vehicles today. So you might want to go check that out. Check out Plowbender Studios and check out his video where he unboxes some HO scale goodies from Bachmann and Hornby from a friend and some die-cast road vehicles too. Alrighty. Now, shout out number 2 goes to Thomas's World Studios. Yes, you finally got that shout out, buddy. Anyway, so he actually recommended that I do a review on either some All Engines Go stuff, which, bit of a disclaimer, I don't think I'll be doing a All Engines Go reviews just because I personally swear not to do anything with All Engines Go. Though I might be wrong, and I hope not. But you know, it's not that bad, really. Even though... never mind. I'll just continue. He also recommended I did some 2022 Thomas Wooden Railway, which I actually plan to do a review on the 2022 Wooden Railway Henry. Because I don't have a Henry. Oh yeah, he also recommended some Trackmaster too, which, fun fact, I used to collect Trackmaster. I actually used to make a whole layout of Trackmasters when I was younger. Now, I still have them, but I think I need to bring them back down for the attic. Excuse me. Or as the Brits like to call it, the loft. Alrighty, and last and final shout out of the day goes to Sam's Trains. Anyway, so just recently today, he did a new review on a new Helgen locomotive, which I think it's the Class 45. Correct me if you're watching, Sam. But I hope to see it sometime, and yeah, give my thoughts on it. Yeah, but that's not the reason why I'm giving you a shout out. The reason I'm giving you a shout out is because you do good work, and I love the content. Keep it up. You, Sam, are one of the best model railroader YouTubers out there. And by the way, one of my inspirations too. Same thing with you too, Mr. Plowbender. And Thomas's World Studios, if you're watching, thank you very much. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video, and see you guys later. Bye. I'm Levi signing off.